Yo, what it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy T. It's the Get Right Podcast, man. We back. You already know what it is, man. I got the brain trust with me, the homie Rod. He gonna give you 3 words,
What up, though?
and that's what it is, bruh. You already know, man. Y'all, the homie laughing as always, Mr. Misconception, man. Too many nicknames, man. What's good?
What's good? You know me, bro. I cannot keep mine down to 3 words. If I open my mouth, I'm gonna get. It's gonna be a soapbox moment or something like that, man. I can't 3 words. I don't know if that's possible for me, bro. It's
Man,
good though. There you go.
man.
That's 3 words.
Yes, what's good?
There we go.
Yeah, man. What's happening, man? Hey, DC, real quick, because I do want to talk about this little baby album that came out Friday. You say you just hit the movie. What movie did you see, bro?
Woman King. Yeah, man. I know I'm kind of late to the party. I know the buzz kind of got cold, but man, me and the wife, we never got a chance for one reason or the other, and so went and saw Woman King. It was dope, bro.
It's
I
fire.
thought it was
I
dope.
saw it too. Enjoy every minute and every second of it. Right, you see it yet?
Nah, not yet.
Oh, see, there it is.
Yeah, it's dope.
So it's fire, man. Viola Davis is amazing, man.
Yeah, she really did her thing. It was believable, man. Like I will say that. Like, sometimes you see actors or actresses, they look like an actress trying to be somebody or something, but she was that role. Like she took over that role, man, and she owned that role. So no, it was dope, bro. It
I
was
think
dope.
you just hate Ben Affleck.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I appreciate talent. You know what I'm saying? So like if you don't have talent, but you continue to make movies, I'm gonna criticize it, Ben Affleck. So, you know. Except for he was good in Batman. I'll give him that. I thought he was a pretty good Batman.
He was dope. And if you seen that movie, The Town, that was fire.
Uh
Gotta
Yeah,
see it if y'all
I
ain't
don't
seen
know.
it. Gotta see it.
yeah, I've
Gotta
seen
see
it.
it if y'all ain't seen it. Yeah, it was fire.
It's a true story.
True
Hard to mess
story.
up.
Yeah. Yeah. It is hard to mess that up, man. So I know, like I said, man, the music. Lil Baby dropped an album. It's getting, some burn on Twitter with some of the lines that he dropped. But before we get into some of the lines that he dropped, man, like how y'all feeling about it if you listen to it yet? And what do you think from then to now where Little Baby stands?
I think he one of them ones, bro. Like, I was able to give it a couple of spins and I worked out to it this morning, bro. And it's pretty dope, bro. I think it's pretty dope, man. I think this is what his second like actual label album, and it's his first since It's My Turn. I think about 2 3 years. Took a little time off. I think he came back hard, bro. I think it's funny because I did not have high expectations based on the singles that I was hearing. Now mind you, I'm not a huge fan of Lil Baby anyway. I'm not gonna say like I dislike him, but I'm not necessarily checking for him like that. But I'll admit, with the amount of time that passed, I was interested to see if he's gonna be able to bounce back after having such a monster 2020. So,
Monster.
um, yeah, like it was wild, right? So to hear him come back, a couple things I'll say is he been working on that pen. I gotta give him that. He been working on that pen. He got some bars in there. He got some jewel. He got some clever word play up in there. I thought the beat selection was it was great. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of what you expect from him, but you know, it didn't disappoint to me. It didn't disappoint, man. I feel like when I hear albums like this, it's like, okay, the future's in good hands. The young generation, man, they ain't all so bad. He does mumble though. I will say that mumble rapper. He's kind of a mumbler, man. Them words be kind of slurring together for no reason sometimes. But all in all, man, it was solid, man. I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay, so I heard it all the way through. And I listened to it again, just 2 tracks. I don't know. I don't have a decision yet. I wasn't blown away, and maybe I need to re-listen to it, which I am doing. And we all know sometimes you can hear something the first time, it doesn't gravitate or it doesn't sink in fully. So I'm definitely going to hear it one more time and just see how people feeling, man. Rod, you dabble with Lil Baby album yet?
Nah.
Yo, he said that now like he
You
has no
said it like
plans to.
never, yeah,
Like,
never.
yeah, like nah, I haven't and I never will. Don't ask me again. You don't rock with Baby at all?
Nah, he got some nice features.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can
guess
listen to a full
that
song.
means no.
Those are-
That means nope. But no, I mean, he on his way, man. He's definitely on his way, man. His ceiling's still high, man, and so he's still going. I can respect and appreciate the hustle and the grind and his growth. That's one thing for sure, man. I know, like I said, Twitter, everybody's going crazy with some of the lyrics because they think he's talking about Saweetie and Quavo and all of that. I don't know. I'm not going to even go down that well because, quite frankly, I think it's just clickbait. So, I don't really care for it, man. But I do got a question for y'all as we talk about music. And we kind of talked about this a few weeks ago with top mixtapes. But I'm not talking, the question I'm going to ask you is not artists jacking for beats. I am talking about just plain old remixes. What's a remix song that y'all heard and y'all prefer that better than the original?
Go crazy. Jeezy.
Was that with Jay? Was Jay on that remix?
Yep.
Yeah, the Mariano or the Marriott. Yeah, that bar.
I don't even have to think. Yeah, I don't even have to think about it. Don't even have to think about it, bro. Like that's the one for me.
You know, man, I might have to take it back, bro. Just off the top of my head, when I think about remix, Flavor in Your Ear, bro. Flavor in Your Ear remix, Craig Mack featuring Biggie. You know what I'm saying? And Busta Rhymes.
That was close to the 80s, man.
Nah. Nah, it was like 95, 96.
It's close. It's close.
Hey, man, that's like two generations. You know, the 90s, one thing I'll say about the 90s, people are like, oh, the 90s is this, 90s is that. But the 90s is 3 generations long. Like, what came out in 1990 sounds nothing like 1999. And what came out in 99 don't sound that much like 95. Like, it's really 3 different generations in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the old heads that be going off on these kids, like they'll compare like the year 2020 to the entire decade of the 90s. Like, oh, the 90s was better. Bro, you're comparing 3 generations to 1 year. Like, of course it's gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. But yeah, Flavor in Your Ear, man. That's my rant right there.
What about yours,
man,
Steve?
I get more butts than ashtrays. The feel when it get mine the fast way, ski mask way.
That was dope.
Some notes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2 was.
Yeah. For me, the remix though that comes, Holla Holla, Ja Rule remix. Jay killed that. That remix.
I can't pick anything with Ja
Rule. Not at all.
I'm just saying, bro. that remix right there, and for me, and in Rough Riders Anthem.
Yeah.
Rough Riders Anthem. That remix crazy, bro.
I don't know, bro. I think I like the original better than the remix.
No
the
way,
remix
bro.
is crazy, but I can't put that above the original.
Yes, you can. And here's why. Here's
not
why
at
the
all.
remix is great, in my opinion. When people play that song, people still ad-lib the remix hook to it.
They'll ad-lib it, but
they're ad-lib.
It don't get more play than the original, bro. Like, I get that. Like, as a matter of fact, I'll see people do the ad-libs, but still it'll be all the original verses. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I get it, but it's a dope remix, but to say it's better than the original.
Is that the one when they say my dogs go?
Yeah.
Yep.
First we had them like, now they like, bro, that's hard.
But this is the thing. Who else is on that song?
I don't know. I can't
Exactly.
think of. I just remember the hook, and I'm not.
That's it.
I think I want the
Oh,
original.
Dragon killed it. He did his thing, man.
But that's
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go
You
back.
have no idea. Nobody knows, bro. The only thing that's good about the remix is the hook. That's it. Like, and granted, it's a dope little ad libs, but nah, bro. Like, if you can't even remember who was on the song, then the remix can't be better.
Then I'm back to Holla Holla. All day. That's what I'm back to, bro. I'm gonna stay there, man. But I don't know. I did want to ask y'all. Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Bro.
Okay. I'm gonna respect your opinion. Hey, just for the people to know, and I know this have nothing to do with anything. Larry Brown was the reason for the Redeem team. So I just want to throw that out.
That's right, bro.
Carry on.
Yes.
Carry on.
No, he wasn't though.
Yes, he was, bro. This man had LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony and D Wade on the bench.
Yeah, they were rookies. It was
They
their
weren't
rookie
rookies.
season.
They was young,
yeah,
but they weren't rookies.
Yeah, they were. And then the second time
this was
around,
04. This is 04. They were not rookies.
Yes, they were. They just finished
in 03. They was rookies. In 04, they was no longer rookies.
It was the summer of 04, bro. They just finished their rookie year.
Bro, when the NBA season ends, you're no longer a rookie.
Bro, they still were, bro. They were not familiar with playing Olympic basketball, none of that stuff. And the year after, 2 years after that, because he played every 2 years, Coach K was there. And it was the same thing.
It was the same thing.
Larry
Brown coached the team to a bronze. Coach K coached the team to a gold. It is not the same, sir.
Bro, Larry Brown didn't come back. They kept Coach K.
Why? Exactly. CT, I think you're missing the point, sir. I think you're missing the point. Larry Brown can't be all that. How can you be the greatest coach and you getting bronze medals with professional athletes? How, bro? How can you be the best coach? How can you be the greatest coach ever, losing the Olympics with professional athletes, professional NBA players? How does that happen?
I don't know. But it happens, though. I wasn't there.
See, that's the thing. You can't be number one and say it happens. Come on, bro.
Happens, bro.
The mental gymnastics, bro. This is mental gymnastics.
Why y'all trying to upset me, bro? It's not. Larry Brown is that guy. I am a little sad, though, because Alabama just lost to Tennessee. It's crazy. Game-winning field goal.
Mm-hmm.
But Larry Brown, bro, greatest coach of all time, man. He won at every level.
Was Larry Brown coaching Alabama tonight?
Oh, that was a shot. That was a
bang.
That looked like a Larry Brown move.
No, it wasn't no Larry Brown move. Man, Larry Brown, greatest coach of all time. I'm still standing on that, bro. That is crazy. Man. Y'all will understand sooner or later, maybe not. Who knows, man?
Yeah, Bronze. Man. I will say
Larry Bronze.
On that same note, T, you said you were going to ask a question, though. I threw us off a little bit. What was the question?
It was the remix. It was the remix.
I thought it was another one after that.
No, that was it.
That was it. All right. Well, let's jump into this Redeem team since we've all watched it now. And I will say, I have been a person who I'm not going to necessarily say I have kicked Kobe out of my top 5. Jordan there and keep him in the top 5. He was right under though, like 6. I had him 6. Kobe guy, bro. I didn't like him as a player. I wasn't a fan as a player. I love his mentality. I liked him more after the game than I did during the game. Like once he retired, I was like, okay, I appreciated Kobe. That guy was that guy, bro. Like, much respect to him, man. RIP too, man.
Yeah, bro. It was a dope documentary, man. Like, just that mama mentality, man. Like you said, bro. This man, everybody coming home from the club, he getting up to go work out, like at 4:30 in the morning, bro. Like,
man, that was amazing story, bro. Like, yeah, he changed everybody's mindset though. But he changed everybody's mindset, bro.
He sure did. That's why they won. Like, in my opinion, I know that there were other players that you know were crazy players, the D Wades, the LeBron, but they were young. You see what they were doing. They were out partying and having fun, and seeing Kobe at 5 a.m. when they coming in from party and going to work out, it just changed the whole dynamic of what that team was able to accomplish. Like if they didn't do that, I don't think they beat Spain in that gold medal round, honestly.
I don't think so either, man. It's kind of crazy. I think that was the Kickstarter to probably LeBron being that first guy in, last guy out.
I don't know. I
Maybe.
think Brown
When
was
he went
already
back,
doing that.
I think
I think so too. I think
he was
Brown
in the club too. He was in the club too.
He was.
He was in the club too. Let's not forget, like all the
Yeah,
whole
but I mean,
banana
as far now,
whole
granted,
banana
I'm not
boat
gonna
too.
say that he was on the level of Kobe of first and first. I don't think anybody was. Maybe not even Jordan in terms of just pure work ethic. Jordan was just better. But
Mhm.
like, I think that Bron, man, I think he's always had that work ethic. But like, I've never known. Like, I mean, the man played. He's going on his 20th year,
For sure.
and
Oh,
you know
I'm
what I'm
not
saying.
saying
So
like
like, I think he's always had that mentality. But I do think that some of that. No,
it
I
rubbed
can't even
off,
say.
bro.
I can't say it rubbed off on him. I don't see any bit of Kobe and LeBron really.
No. I'm saying like probably those AM that grind, it rubbed off. I will say this though, LeBron was probably the only player that could get Kobe to open up
Oh yeah,
because he respected. Because Kobe probably was the only guy he truly respected. Game recognized game.
yeah,
And I believe LeBron just being who he is, and then jokingly being a prankster, it opened up Kobe. Because we seen it. They was like, man, first meeting, where Kobe sit first meeting. He wasn't messing with nobody, dog.
yeah, and that's why, like, when after the documentary came out, you go on social media, it's like the whole who is better, Jordan, Kobe, and like I feel like if you took Kobe off that team, yeah, they might not have got the goal, but I also feel like if you took LeBron off, because yes, Kobe brought that work ethic, but Bron was more about team building. You know what I'm saying? And like, hey, we're a family here, and I think you got to have both. I think, and one thing I think that kind of gets lost in the whole trying to kind of pit the two against each other as far as comparisons is you had two different kinds of personalities that came together. They checked their egos at the door and they took the best from each other and spread it to the team. And the team was dominant again. You know what I'm saying? Because you needed to have that Mamba mentality, but also needed to have that kind of, brotherly love mentality too. You know what I'm saying? And I think they balanced each other out perfectly. And shit, we saw the results.
Question. Do you, and I don't want to like disrespect Kobe's name or nothing like that, but do you feel like the documentary was geared more towards seeing him in a different light versus highlighting some of the other players? Because like you really didn't spotlight LeBron at all. Yeah, they talked about it a little bit. They talked about D Wade a little bit more, but it seemed like, and maybe that just is how it was. It seemed like it was centered around Kobe Bryant. And it was emotional. Don't get me wrong. Like seeing him interview, not like clips of people talking about him, seeing him actually doing the interviews and being a part of the documentary and seeing him kiss Gigi at the end of winning a gold medal. Like,
Yeah, that was tough. That was
hits your
tough.
heartstrings for sure. But do you think the, not the narrative, but the doc, I don't have a better way of saying it. Do you think the doc was geared towards making him look better? Because that was a tough time. I think that was right after the rape stuff. Grape.
It
I know we don't
was.
say that word, but the grape
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is, right? I think it's definitely a documentary to kind of push his image, which I don't think is a bad thing. I don't think they lied or puffed anything that didn't really happen, but I think they definitely geared more footage or more time towards Kobe and his legacy because of his untimely demise. So I think I do think so. I think it was almost like his version or a mini version of The Last Dance kind of thing. Like The Last Dance technically was supposed to be about the Bulls, but it was really about Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Right.
like that's
that
how I feel
point.
like the Dream Team was too. It's like, yeah, it's about the team, but it's about Kobe. You know what I'm saying? And so I agree. I think that's definitely what it is.
I think it's two parts. Yeah, the different light part, but it was true, like you said, DC. Like and Rod, it was him talking. It was you saw it on film. He was the difference maker. You know, when it came down to it, and that's but yeah, so that's to me what it was. He was the difference maker because when I after watching it, you know, we were looking at it as fans. And well, let me say, I don't want to speak for y'all, but I'll say I was really looking at it as a fan. And you say, all right, they got Kobe, LeBron, Jason Kidd, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, they're gonna win the gold. I ain't think nothing about it. But then seeing it and how hard it was for them to get together, bond, chemistry, and guys started looking at Kobe like, dang, this dude really about that action.
Mhm.
That's what made it like, yeah, it made it about him, but also it was like, man, we probably wouldn't have got this goal without him though. Like straight up. It was literally like, and when you say the last dance, like literally, I was thinking about when he hit that 3 and he told everybody to hush. And you think about Jordan taking that last shot. Like it literally just think how eerie that is, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, they're carbon. I mean, Kobe's a carbon copy of Jordan. So like, if you see Kobe do something Jordan-esque, it's not like a big surprise because he mimicked his entire game off
when he
off
ran
of
through Pau Gasol and to hear the story when he told everybody before the game he was gonna do that, bruh, that was hard, bruh.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because they didn't believe him. They was like, bro, that's your teammate. Man, you ain't bro, that's your teammate. Don't do that, bro. Bro, Kobe ran straight through his ass, bro, to send the message.
Which I love, man.
Bruh,
that is the part of Kobe that I will say I respect the most. Like I know people give knock on Bron and that it factor.
Too buddy.
Yeah, you know, they always talk about the it factor and you know, not being afraid of the moment and all that stuff. I think Bron has it. I just think Bron is more of a team guy than Kobe initially was, right? Kobe had to open up to be a team guy after the Shaq stuff. Like after Shaq won in Miami, he had to do something different, right? In order to really get over the hump, man. So he had to become more of a team guy. And I can see both sides of it. I don't believe there's a it factor. Like either you're going to take shots or you're not at the end, you know. And Bron has taken shots. Bron has passed shots. And a lot of the times it's been the right decision, right? It's not like Bron is just this stone cold shooter like that's just going to knock the lights out every time he touches the ball. He's not Steph Curry. You know what I mean? Steph Curry, I understand. Like, okay, you're the best shooter in history. Shoot the ball. But Bron's going to make the best play. You know what I mean? And you see the difference with Kobe of saying, like, I don't care if that's my teammate or not. I want to win. And that was most important than anything. Is winning important to Bron? I believe so. But I think for Kobe, it was everything. Like, I have to win.
Yeah. See, I feel like with Kobe, it was more of I have to win my way. Because
good
LeBron
point.
has a higher winning percentage.
Very good
Kobe.
point. I like
and
that.
When they play when they face off, he beats Kobe like in every statistical category, including wins and losses. Like now, mind you, I love Kobe. I do. You know, this is not a bashing the Kobe thing. I do feel like he does have the Mamba mentality that cannot be denied. But it's like I want to win, but I want to be the one. I want to be the reason that we win. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not passing the shot because he actually misses more game shots too. You know, so he's gonna take them,
yeah, for sure.
But he's actually much more likely to miss it statistically. These clutch shots than LeBron.
Yep.
Like LeBron shoots him at a higher clip.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, no.
Like it will forever be an argument in some people's mind because some people just can't look past the fact that LeBron left Cleveland. Like, honestly, that's the biggest thing that people always go back to. Oh, he's not a killer. He had to leave Cleveland and team up with people in order to win. Well, everybody has to team up, right? Basketball is a sport where you can't win by yourself. You can impact the game by yourself, but there's no way you're going to win an NBA Finals, a 4-game series against a team, any team, by yourself. Um, Bron understood that. Bron plays the game what you would call, quote unquote, the right way, right? He makes the more basketball friendly play. Individual friendly, but basketball friendly play. And that's what I respect the most. Like, he's probably the most complete player. And we talked about Bron over, but I think Cole was great. Bron great, is great. Jordan was great. Like, there's many greats, and that's why there will never be a greatest of all time, in my opinion.
I almost agree with you, except there got to be a GOAT. It's got to be Jordan.
There can't be. Not on a team sport. You can't have a GOAT on a team sport. It's impossible.
I like that.
I'm not at all,
it's
bro.
Impossible.
Because here's the thing, bro. Like, and I think especially with a game like basketball where there's only 10 guys on the court at a time, and you got to play both sides of the court. Now if you would have said football, maybe even baseball, but baseball you play both sides. But definitely basketball. Like, basketball is the most fluid of all team sports, of all major team sports, where you can be a center but have just as much impact as the point guard. You can be a point guard, have as much impact as the power forward, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be a point guard and guard a center, Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it don't work like that in other sports. So for that reason, I feel like there's gonna be some things that's kind of quote unquote unfair, like different eras, things like that. Like, I'm convinced that.
Yeah, exactly. So how would you be able to narrate this individual person is the greatest of all time? Because there's different eras, there's different rules, there's different competition, right? It's impossible to travel to Doc from freaking Back to the Future or Professor Peabody, dog. It's impossible to travel back and change history events and put these players against those players, because everything evolves, everything adapts. So to me, that's why there can't be a greatest of all time, especially in a team sport. Like, it's just, the game is so different. Thanks, Steph Curry. It's so different.
Yeah,
Step somewhere like you welcome.
But I think that we can kind of reasonably assume that, like, let's take Jerry West. Jerry West was a great basketball player for his time, all-time great, Hall of Famer. But bro, if you transport him to 2020, bro, he's getting washed. And you know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, there's other athletes I think we can reasonably assume would not get washed, like Wilt Chamberlain. I believe that if you put Wilt Chamberlain in any era, he's going to dominate. He might not put up a 100-point game, but like, Wilt's going to be Wilt. But like, you got some, but you got some players. It's like,
will their skill set be the same though? That's the thing. Like, the game changes. So you can say Jerry West would get washed now, but we talking about Jerry West that played in Jerry West's time. Jerry West now would probably play different than he played then. So it's hard to say, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm taking a 1970s player and saying, hey, you played 1970 style in today's game, you're gonna get washed. Yeah, that's easy to say. But it doesn't work like they wouldn't play that way, because the game wouldn't be played that way. You feel me?
Well, yeah, I do, but I still feel like, even if, like, let's say you transport Jerry to the future, you know what I'm saying, and he understands how to play today's game. The average athlete has elevated to the point to where if he had the same skill set, same jumper, same, whatever, he would get washed. But then you got, like I said, there's other players like a Wilt Chamberlain. I believe that his athleticism and his ability to put the ball through the hoop, he's going to do that in any era. You know what I'm saying? He just might not be able to put up 100. I don't believe Wilt puts up 100 points in 2022. I don't see that in a game.
So, and DC, we usually agree on things. I think we'll agree to disagree on this, but
yeah,
important. You said in today's game with the skill set, they still would get washed. Just explain to me Nikola Jokic and Luka. Like, explain those players to me because they both slow as hell. They do very, very calculated moves. They're very slow. Like, I don't understand how it works, but they're dominant, like both of them. So, it's hard to say because they stereotypically don't fit in. However, they both are dominant in today's game. Such a weird dynamic.
Well, so my thought is I would say Luka and Joker are more fundamentally sound than Jerry West. You know what I'm saying? And they're bigger than Jerry West. So like you got to figure, bro, like Luka is like what 6'9", something like that.
Yep.
And and Joker, I think is 7-footer. So like to have guys that big playing that far from the rim, that is something that talk about Jerry. He's never faced anything like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like big guys, you stay around the rim, the perimeters for the smaller guys. But with those guys, I feel like, bruh, technique and skill is still going to trump all. And that's part of the reason why I say, Jerry, like if you actually watch some of those games, it was great for the time. But man, you bring that shit to, the way they were shooting those jumpers back then to today, bro, they getting swatted. The telegraphing, the predictable, compared to today, it will be predictable. They would get swatted and they would get ran off the court. You know what I'm saying? And I think even when you talk about Joker and Luka, they just look slow compared to everybody else.
Very slow, bro.
But I'm saying compared to everybody else, because everybody else, like now, like you have to almost have, you don't have to, but a lot of NBA players have Jordan-like athleticism. But when Jordan came in the game, nobody was jumping like that. But everybody jumped like that now, seemingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you say Luka and Joker are slow, they're slow compared to these elite athletes today. I bet you if you put them in the 60s, they wouldn't be all that. They wouldn't look that slow. You know what I'm saying?
Word. What say UT?
I mean, Rod, I'm siding with you on this one, bro, because I do believe like it's just errors, man. It's just errors. It is so hard. We talked about this early in season 1, man, when we asked who was our GOAT. And DC standing on it. He was like Jordan all day. Yeah. But I love that individual side of it, man, that you can hold your own by yourself with no one else. It's just you. It's your wins, it's your losses.
Like tennis and boxing, stuff like that.
All day, bro. And that's why I still stay with Serena. But with basketball, it's just the errors, man. Like DC, with your point, yeah, Wilt can probably more than likely get it in any error. And you said Jerry West. I even thought about Pistol Pete when y'all was going back and forth. They probably couldn't, but in the world that they were in, they were great, man. In the world that, Wilt was in, fantastic. The late great Bill Russell, fantastic, right? The game evolved, man, just like the world, the technology, our kids, like it just evolves, man, and it's different. You know what I mean? I think about it like my 5-year-old, my oldest girl, right? At 5, she probably can't compete with the 14-year-old one. You know what I mean? That's just what that is. You evolve, you change, you grow. Like to your point, DC, yeah, people get bigger, faster, stronger. That's just evolution. But yeah, it's hard to put like MJ to say, man, he was great, all around. You know what I mean?
But he was great all around.
But you're talking about errors though, bro, because we know this game's going to continue to grow. That's why LeBron. Okay,
well, who else was great who else would you say was greater all around than Jordan in their respective era?
LeBron James.
How can LeBron James be greater than Jordan? He has accomplished less than Jordan.
See, now you're just talking about accomplishments though, bro. We just like,
but that's part of what makes. Bro, that's part of what makes a player great.
I can't put accomplishments on that, bro. Because John Sally would be the best center of all time.
Okay.
He would be.
All right. So John,
Right?
so no, that's not right
Well,
because
think
you
about
trying to
all the
make no,
accomplishments,
because you're
bro.
trying to make it seem as if I'm saying only accomplishments matter. I'm saying accomplishments do matter. It's part of the equation. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, oh, we talking about the greatest, throw out accomplishments. No, that's part of the equation. That is not the equation. So that's what you're trying to do, make it seem as if like I'm saying, oh, if you don't have accomplishments, yeah, you got to have it. And include in addition to the skill, the grit, pass the eye test. It all factors into the equation, bro. You can't just throw out accomplishments. And when you look at that, like Jordan, even just individual accomplishments, team accomplishments, he's blowing LeBron out the water, bro. Like,
How?
I wouldn't say he's
How?
blowing him. I say he's edging them out because I've always
How?
felt if
None of these
LeBron,
guys never had a lot of these accomplishments without the help.
well, LeBron's had help too. What
I
you
said
mean?
none of these guys
Well, yeah, but that
have
I mean,
had the
like, okay, but
accomplishments
that's
that we speak on without the help of a team. To Rod's point,
but
a
just
lot of these
because
things are hidden because of the team.
nah, bro. But just because you have the team, you still have to step up as an individual and perform. A team is made up of individuals. You know what I'm saying? Now, nobody who's on the list has made it without great teammates. That's a fact. But that's life. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. If I don't know, Jerry West had a different team, maybe he doesn't go 1-9 in the finals. But that's what it is, and that's what his record is forever in the finals anyway. You know what I'm saying? So like I get what you're saying, but everybody plays within a team, you know, and yet and still you have some that rise to the top every time, no matter where they are. And
So
that's the cream rise to the top, bro. Goat.
so
Goat
that
shit.
that
But
brings me
with a
to a question.
team,
That brings me to a question. Seems to be Jordan, Kobe, Magic, Kareem. Yeah, that's about the most players you get in an argument, right? Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, Magic, Kareem, right? That's arguably everyone's top whatever, top 5 that they rotate to say who's better. Why is Steph Curry never in that conversation? He always get greatest shooter of all time, but he never really gets like greatest player. Like, is he probably the greatest player to ever play to not be considered one of the greatest ever?
I'm gonna say no, because he don't play both sides of the ball. Well, I'm not gonna say he doesn't, but his defense is kind of weak. And everybody who's in that upper echelon, that top 5, they are all
Mhm.
great two-way players. And Steph is not. Now on offense, he is a wizard, unmatched. But there's the other side of the court, and I think that's what keeps him out.
It's a good
mm,
take.
yeah, I would
He,
say. Go ahead, Rod. Go ahead.
I need to look up his steals because I think he's up there in steals. I gotta look at the stats, but I think he's up there in steals. Would steals be
It's
within
part
that
of defense,
category?
part of defense,
Yeah.
but
It's part of
He
it, but again, when you're
he's
talking about
he
upper echelon, let's look at and I know T doesn't like trophies and accomplishments, but let's look at but let's look at when you talk about the top 5 echelon people, how many all defensive teams have they made? How many defensive champs have there been? You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta add that kind of stuff up, and there's a reason that Steph don't never be getting those. You know what I'm saying? Like he does play passing lanes pretty well. I'll give him that, but like I'm not saying he's trash on defense, just to be clear. I'm just saying like when you get to the upper crust, everything gets scrutinized. And so his defense keeps him out.
but Rod, you said so. Is he the greatest player or one of the greatest players to not be considered that?
I would say the greatest player to not be considered one of the greats. Who else
Yeah,
would you
yeah.
consider?
I
Only
would say
person I
Will.
think of, yeah. What was my second? The first guy was Larry Bird
See,
for
I feel
me.
like Larry Bird is top 5. I don't have Kobe in my top 5, and not even close. You know what I'm saying? He might be 10. He scratches the door, he knocks scratches in the door at 10 to me. You know what I'm saying? But I got Jordan, Braun, Kareem, Magic, Bird, and then Russell at 6. Just because I don't know, maybe I call it age bias. I just never seen him, and like he played plumbers and HVAC. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm sorry, like and it's not fair. That's the era he was in, but that's I don't know. But that's
There's
my
that
top
error
5.
thing. There's that
Yep,
error.
there it is.
I
There
mean,
it is.
such is life, bro. Because here's the thing. So, okay, let me ask you this then: if it were not a team sport, let's say we said boxing, can there be a greatest of all time in boxing? I mean, a punch is a punch.
I have a GOAT, yeah.
Yes.
My GOAT is well, my GOAT, like just flat out boxing GOAT, is Floyd Money Mayweather. My favorite boxer of all time is Muhammad Ali, but my GOAT is Floyd. Floyd never lost, right? And when you talk about the sport of boxing, just how to box, it's the best boxer I've ever seen fight, right? The objective is not to get hit and hit your opponent more than you get hit. He's a tactician when it comes to that. So I would say he is the GOAT. Now, you might have some arguments about different weight classes and all that stuff, but as far as boxing goes, he is the GOAT, in my opinion. But
so how can you have a GOAT in boxing with different eras and weight classes, but not have a GOAT in basketball in different eras?
Sport, man. Like you're fighting the of your era, or even some other eras. Like some people migrate into different eras. Like even when you consider to stay on your sport, right? Well, like Bron is 20 years in. Yeah, this is year 20, right? So he's in multiple eras. He's in multiple eras, actually. Like he's not just considered this modern basketball player. He has covered good majority of hell, I don't even know how many superstars then came and went under his watch, but he's been around and he's been consistent. So in my opinion, you have to put him up as one of the greatest because he's just as effective in year 20 as probably he was in year 7. Not as fast, can't do as much, but to his team, he's just as effective based off of how he plays now. Still relevant, you know what I mean? So he's up there. I didn't watch Bill, like you said. I respect him. I seen clips, I seen highlights. Yeah, he was playing plumbers and bowlers, but I don't know.
Not the professional bowler.
So, but that's why I had like a lot of people were like, oh, he was a player, coach, and GM, and still had 11 rings, which respect to all of that. But I think Kobe played with better talent. You know what I mean? Like his going against the T-Max of the world and, having Shaq. Like that Sacramento squad. I don't know if y'all remember, but that Sacramento squad.
Yeah, they should have won. Mike Bibby,
Peja, Bibby, Weber.
Yep.
Like those cats were ballers, bro. Like ballers that was in Kobe's
they had Hedo Turkoglu on that squad, bro.
Yeah, Hedo Turkoglu was on there. So, I thought the talent level for Kobe's era was better. And he was able to win 5 of those boys in a much better talent race. You know what I mean? So I would put him over Bill, me personally. I don't even know where I was going with that. Like, what was the question?
He only led his team to 2, though. He won 3, but he led his team to 2.
But he was he was a part of those 3. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he was a slouch with Shaq. Shaq was the most dominant player I've ever seen play. Like Shaq is hands down unstoppable in his prime. Like nobody could stop him. The most dominant player. But Kobe also made a name for himself alongside the most dominant player. Like it came to a point where the Lakers did have to choose. And they did choose Kobe, you know what I mean? So that says a lot about his talent and what they believed it to be, which it was, right? He had a skill set, and say what you want, it mimicked Jordan. It mimicked it to a T, so much so where he's considered the same player And that's a hell of a stat line to say, or a hell of a compliment to say that you are Jordan, bro. Like you're the same individual. So he has to be close to the top 5. You know what I mean? If you don't have him in your 5, he has to be close, in my opinion. And I'm not even a Kobe fan like that, you know what I mean? Like, but I grew up despising the Lakers, you know what I mean? Like,
likewise.
Yeah, you know, so I think for what he has done in his career, and I love him, he is Mike. You know what I mean? Like him and Mike are the same player. So if you have Mike high, how could you have him that high?
Well, for me, it's because I mean, bruh, Kobe got one MVP, and
he got robbed, bro.
When did he get robbed?
Bro, he got robbed. Steve
He ain't
Nash
never got robbed. He ain't never got robbed. Bro, look at what Steve Nash's team did, and look at what Kobe's team did. That's gotta matter, bro.
He got robbed,
bro.
And
when you
I'm with
lead
Rob,
your team
bro.
to 40 something, when you lead your team to like 42 wins, 44 wins, something like that, 45 wins, bro, that's not a great season. Kobe had a great statistical season, but as far as MVP, no, bro, we gonna stop that narrative, bro. Y'all gonna stop throwing dirt on
Steve
Nash.
You know
bro,
what though?
Steve Nash earned one, bro. He got robbed on the second one, bro.
Jordan didn't give himself a chance to have bad years after he won championships because his ass left. He left.
He
did.
Bro, he did the 3-piece. He got bored, man. He like, left. Y'all got it.
Hey, he left, and they still went. They still should have won it. You know what I mean? They still were a top dog team when he left. But let's be clear, he left. You know, I'm gonna just leave it at that. He left. He left.
He did leave.
He left.
You talking about 98?
Say it again, Rod. Say it again, Rod. Say it again.
He left. He left. Hey, neither one of those cats won without Phil, who was a worse coach than Larry Brown apparently. But neither one of those guys won without Phil, and he or up there. I think Pop is the greatest coach, but I think Phil has to be in that top 2. Like Kobe didn't win without him.
Never.
Jordan didn't win without him.
Nope.
So, hey, mic drop. But Jordan left.
A lot of people won without Larry Brown, though, T. I mean, like, but you know, we now know that T doesn't pay attention to accomplishments. We know that now. Like,
no,
that's not
bro,
part of his argument.
Don't go there, bro.
It's
on
record, sir. It's on record.
Yeah, because I didn't say.
Don't care about trophies.
I didn't say the only thing matters is accomplishments.
I was gonna go with my opinion. This is what I think. Yo,
too funny, man.
TBD type be like, I just feel like you ever get in an argument with your girl? It's like, I just feel like, bro, when you get into an argument with your girl and she says, I just feel like, you know that all logic is about to go out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no winning the argument because you're about to go down to a realm where stuff no longer has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, yeah, you know.
Hey, man, feelings are valid, bro. Feelings are valid. But this ain't no feelings, bro. Larry Brown, better coach, bro. Phil Jackson, man, he top 5. I think Pat Riley's a better coach than Phil Jackson, bro.
All right.
I don't know, man. Jordan couldn't win without him.
That's it, bro.
Kobe couldn't win without him.
I hear you.
So is Pat really a better coach?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I feel no. No, like Pat Riley, man. I look at, you know, what Pat Riley was able to do with different franchises. I believe Phil always had it easier with the athletes that was bestowed upon him.
Hold up, dog. Pat Riley had the Showtime Lakers, bro.
Yeah, right. And then he went to the Knicks, and then he went to the Heat. Like he's been able to take multiple franchises, like you said. Like Phil Jackson was not able to do that with the stars bestowed upon him. Like we know Chicago, LA, but that New York experiment was the worst.
So wait a minute.
But Chicago
Because
and
he
LA
won
was
chips in 2 out of 3 teams, he's not that great. Come on,
But
bro.
he
Like,
literally, but he had Jordan.
logic.
He had you would we just said Kobe is Jordan, correct?
mhm.
Pretty much. So he had Jordan for almost his whole
Jordan was
entire
Jordan before
coaching
Phil,
career.
right?
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't, bruh.
They couldn't
Come
win
on,
until
bruh.
they got Phil.
Yeah,
They couldn't get over
and,
the hump until they got Phil.
and Kobe won with Phil. Phil
Again,
left.
Tex that was Tex Winner's offense, bro.
If Phil
Mhm.
left,
Don't worry.
Phil left, and then what did Kobe do? He needed Phil to get. Phil came back. They won 2 chips. I mean, come on, bro. Like these things really happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
Jordan.
I don't. Huh?
Phil had Jordan the whole time, bro.
But they didn't win without him. That's what I'm saying. Like, yes,
Yeah, he's
to
won.
have
He's
him.
won without Jordan,
Yeah.
bro. So
Bro,
Phil
the
has
triangle
won without
offense
Jordan.
is amazing, bro. The
Phil won
triangle
without
offense is
Jordan.
amazing.
Phil
Yeah.
won without Jordan. Jordan never won without Phil.
Yeah.
Kobe never won without Phil. That's the point
Yeah,
that we're
man.
making.
The
Like,
triangle
never-
offense is amazing, bro, but it's not his. It's Tex Winners. So, I mean, shout out to Tex Winners.
But does he have to be able to coach it?
No,
Like,
I mean, he
I'm
understood
pretty-
it and he coached it, bro. That is dope.
I'm
bro.
pretty
And is the
sure
triangle
Tony-
the only
Hey,
reason
look.
that they won?
Yes, the triangle
Look,
offense is one of the main
Has
reasons.
nothing to do with leadership. Has nothing to do with getting the team to trust each other. Has nothing to do with things beyond the X's and O's. Coaching is
Zen-
only
I mean,
drawing up plays. That's
Yeah,
it.
man, he knows how to have people stay calm, the Zen master, all that, man. But
And that's not a talent.
is
though?
he a goat? Yeah, that's a talent. That's a great leader, bro. He's not a goat.
Oh, wow.
Phil's not a goat.
Wow. Really?
Great coach. No, we all said this a while back. Pop is way better than Phil Jackson, bro.
Yeah, I
You
think
said
so.
that too.
I think Pop is better, but I'm not saying that Phil is not right there. Like,
He top 5.
he top
Phil
2,
Jackson's
bro.
top 5. No,
So you know you got Larry Brown.
Wrong.
So we know you got Larry Brown over Phil. We know you got Coach Pop. So
Yeah.
who's two more that's over Phil?
I'm not gonna say he's 5, bro. I would put Phil at 3. Now
So
here,
so you don't put Pop. Oh, so you got Pop over Phil.
I got Larry Pop,
Brown over
Larry
Phil.
Brown and Pop. Larry Brown and Pop are my top 2 guys.
Got you.
I would say, and I know like with Pat Riley, I would say, yeah, I would edge him out. So I would say Phil's 3. I'll put Pat at 4. I'll put Pat at 4 for sure. And then another coach that's totally underrated that never gets no love is Chuck Daly.
Chuck was my guy.
Chuck Daly, same way like Coach K. If you think about it, he was able to mend egos and personalities together, bro.
Yeah, and
No love for Red Auerbach.
No, bro. Nah, man. Absolutely not, bro.
No, you're gonna say somebody just got lucky with talent. I would run with that
You
one.
literally took the words out of my mouth, bro. So no, yeah. Red might be top 10, but no, those are my 5. Like, but people sleep on Chuck Daly, bro.
yeah,
Like
man,
he can straight up coach, bro. Even when he went to the Nets, he didn't have no talent. He got him to the playoffs, bro. He reminds me, I ain't gonna say he reminds me of Eric Spoelstra. Reminds me of a younger version of Chuck Daly.
Yeah. I gotta think about that.
Yeah, bro. Think about it, bro. Like, spoken coach, bro. But like Chuck Daly, he gets no love though. Totally underrated coach. Rest in peace to him too. But underrated coach.
Underrated.
For sure. Yeah, man, that's interesting. Wow.
Did I just stump the Schwab?
Yeah. You definitely have some different takes, bro. Like I'll give you that.
Okay, I mean, so what? Is Phil? So Phil's number 2 to you?
Yeah.
Right. You said Phil number 2. So then who rounds out the rest of that list?
I don't know. I have to think about it. It's 1 and 2. Like I don't really have a top 5 of coaches, but Pat would be in the 5. I had to figure out what order. Chuck would be in my 5. I had to figure out what order. Larry
Yeah,
Brown is not in my 5 though.
I
not
knew
at
I
all.
wanted- I like
Not
that
at all,
perspective,
bro.
man.
Not at all. Bro, this man's infatuation with Larry Brown is unhealthy.
I'm not infatuated with it, bro.
Man,
I hate y'all,
that is
bro.
crazy, bro. Like, whoo, T, you be throwing out some takes. I give you that. If y'all haven't seen that Redeem Team, go and watch how Coach Larry Brown made USA look like bums. Right? Moral to the story: just watch the doc.
Wow.
Yeah.
Watch the doc. See how that team came back in. Yeah, with a real coach. And I don't even like Duke, but Coach K is that guy.
Yeah.
Coach
Yeah.
K's cool. He's a cool dude.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? Man,
Cool.
what's one thing, man, you guys are looking forward to? I know you just seen Women King, so Rod, you got homework. But what's one thing y'all looking forward to catching up on, man?
I
Or
do not
seeing?
have homework. Like I'll catch it when it comes on my
I
streaming
catch
service. Yeah, they get caught.
Yeah. Well, I'll say for me, man, Black Panther, bro. Black Panther coming, I think, in November. Black Panther 2.
Yeah, November 11th.
November 11th. Yeah. So definitely, man. We got the tickets. We got the 3D tickets to reserve.
You already
Seat.
reserved them?
Yes, bro. The tickets already
I'm
on
mad
sale,
at
bro.
you,
We
bro.
got our seats reserved, 3D, IMAX. We're gonna be there front and center, large popcorn, cherry Pepsi on deck, bro. Feet on top of somebody's chair. Like I'm bad.
Disrespectful.
Disrespectful, bro. I'm just disrespecting somebody in that theater, bro. So especially if they a colonizer, you know. Nah. Nah. Love the kids, man. But nah, that's that. I don't know if y'all be watching what's that? Game of Thrones, but what's that 50 show? The
Raising Canaan.
This is
Raising Kanan.
Raising Canaan. Yeah, I had a brain fart. Yeah, Raising Canaan is dope, bro. I really like that. I like that show, man. I don't know if y'all watch that.
No, I
Oh
gotta
yeah,
catch up on it.
yeah. I gotta catch up on it too. I know season 2, so I gotta catch up.
Oh yeah, y'all behind, man.
Yeah, I'm behind. What I'm looking forward to watching, of course, Black Panther. I want to see Teal, man. I'm looking forward. I really want to see that, bro.
Yeah, Teal's probably gonna be good.
This is gonna be impactful. Of course, Black Panther, man, and Avatar.
Oh man, Avatar. Now that's gonna be a holiday when that drop.
Yeah, I think it dropped December. Yeah, it come out December.
Yeah,
But that's gonna be crazy. I mean, the momentum's so high that they re-released the original one in theaters. How crazy is that?
Oh man, that's just hype. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get, because it's been so long. They like, look, y'all remember this movie? It was dope. They remastered
And
it.
it gives the younger generation to understand why we hype it up so well. James Cameron don't miss, even though he drops like every 15 years. He don't miss though.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. And apparently, like, because I'm a big fan of Avatar and Pandora and stuff. So like, this one's supposed to be like focused on the water, like underwater in the sea. And like a lot of times when you film movies, they like kind of suspend you in air and just make it look like you're swimming. So it's like you're flying through the water. It's not natural. But with this movie, they had like the actors like trained to like hold their breath for like up to 5, 6, 7 minutes at a time, so they could film these scenes. So that like they're like really underwater swimming. It's supposed to be like this new level technology. They were saying part of the reason it took so long for the movie to come out is because his ideas were more advanced than the technology allowed. And so they had to develop the technology to make the movie and it not look corny.
Yeah, actors and I know Zoe Saldana, who's going to be back in it, said it was extremely difficult, the training.
Yeah.
So shout out to them though for the training, man. But Rod, man, what you trying to see, bro? What's something you looking forward to seeing, man?
I know. Black Panther should be cool. Um, yeah, probably just that. Looking forward to Avatar like that. It was cool the first time. I don't think they need to redo it, but we'll see.
No,
Oh, bro.
no,
Dang,
bro.
man, we about to get canceled.
Man.
Man, it was good. Hey, we had a great run, y'all. Got halfway through a second season. About to get canceled.
I mean, I'm not with the sequels, years later. I don't really feel that, but yeah, Black Panther, I'm looking forward to that.
For sure. With that
I think I like to see how they spin this. I used to read the comics, so I know at one point Shuri was the Black Panther, and I see she's playing Black Panther now. So I want to see how they spin the whole death and how she comes into her own. So looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert if you ain't reading the comic books. So
no, I mean it was in the trailer. They already dropped the trailer.
Oh yeah,
sir.
There it is.
Right.
Yeah, the trailer already showed who it was. So yeah, that's about it.
That's what's up. Speaking of like, I guess Avatar, you calling it a remake or a sequel? There's a new remake coming out, man, soon. Next year, but spring. House Party. We grew up in the House Party generation. The preview came out. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about the remake of this? Definitely a different direction. But how y'all feel about it?
Is it really a remake though? I mean, it's cool. It's a different concept.
Definitely different concept.
So I wouldn't consider it a remake. They said it's a remake, but
yeah, it's House Party. So I guess they just what they're going off of.
They just using the name House Party, but it seemed cool.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool to me, man. I'm gonna check it out. I don't think I'm gonna go out and watch it. Whenever it comes to the TV, streaming or whatever. I'll definitely check it out. But yeah, it looked cool. I kind of like I kind of like it when they take movies and remake them and kind of put a new spin on it, as long as it's executed well. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with that because I know probably these movies, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there's movies that we grew up on that was really remakes of something from the 60s. You know what I'm saying? So, what kind of
you mean like Halloween? I'm kind of done with Halloween. You talk about coming back from the 60s and 70s. Like Michael Myers just won't die, bro. Like Halloween. How many Halloweens can there be, bro?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I've never really been into scary movies like that anyway, bro. Like the only scary movie that I've really been into was Child's Play, Chucky. Like I did used to watch that, especially Child's Play 2. But I don't know, man. Scary movies just never did it for me, bro. Like I never found it to be that scary, and it just always seemed dumb. Like, why are you going upstairs? Why are you just in your house? Like all and The Ring. I will admit, The Ring was good. Like that shit was crazy. The Ring.
That was
Final Destination. I don't know if Final Destination is considered a horror movie, but that had me tight. Let me tell you something. The first time I saw Final Destination, I had just came back from Germany, man. This is way back when, like 20 years ago. I just came back from Germany for the summer. And, T, back in those days, or for the audience, the internet wasn't what it is today. So oftentimes I was in Germany and what was happening in the States, we didn't exactly know, or we might not know until like a month later, sometimes months later. We got everything a little bit late. So I came to the States and a Final Destination just came out. I went with my cousin down in Texas. And she's like, yeah, let's go see this movie. She was all hype about it because, of course, the hype machine was working over here, but I didn't know nothing. So I went to watching the movie, had no idea what I was even watching. And then the plane blows up and all that. And that shit freaked me the F out, bro. Like, I was just like, because I didn't even know what was about to happen. I didn't know what the movie was about or anything. I had to figure it out as I was going. And, bro, I was like, yeah, that thing had me, like, on the edge of my seat. That was the last time, like, I could say a movie, like, really kind of got to me. To this day, I'm not driving behind no truck with logs, bro.
Thank you, bro. Hey, I don't like driving behind or next to any kind of trucks or semis, bro, because of that movie, bro.
Right.
Because of that movie, bro.
Emotional damage.
Yep.
Word.
Dog.
Man, I'll be doing that to my wife. Man, I don't know if y'all seen that. That's like a little skit or something. This like this Asian dude. He always like does. I don't know if that's like a real thing. But I be doing that to my wife around the house, bro. I be getting on her nerves, bro.
I can only imagine, dog.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the day she call a lawyer, bro. Nah.
Man. Rod, man. How you feeling, bro? You ready to take us home, bro? You ready to motivate the people?
You are as important as your circle is. I think you never want to be the smartest person in your circle, right? Get around some people that's going to enhance your mind, enhance your lifestyle, and enhance your exposure. You do that, you find yourself winning in the end.
Bars.
So
I got a pretty dope circle, I think.
Yeah,
I feel.
Likewise.
I feel, DC, I got a pretty dope circle, bro.
I don't feel. I know I got my circle dope, bro.
Bars.
there you go.
Oh man. Well, hey man, I feel that no, I ain't going to go there. I'm gonna wait till our next episode. I'll tell you about how I'm feeling, man. But until then, though, you already know. Until then, though, bro. Cue the music.